Blue whale. Very good. ಐದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಆಯಿತು. You told me more than 5. One round of applause for yourselves. Okay. So we still have some people coming in. Next ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾರು ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ರೂವ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ರೂವ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾನಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಹೋದಾಗ ಬೋಟಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರದ್ದು ರೂಟ್ಸ್ ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹಿಂಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ರೂವ್ ಸ್ಪೀಶೀಸ್. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಕೋಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಬೀಚ್ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ವ್ಸ್.
Hello everyone, Namaskara. We are very happy to have you back. Yeshana bandidira, how many of you have come to the university before for another festival? So many of you. Nice to have you back. All of you have not come? It's first time. What is your school? Okay, and yours is St. Philomena's. Okay, yes, Philomena's is our neighbor. You're always here. We're happy to have you back. New school also, we're very happy to have you in. All of you come in quickly, sit on the stairs, and let's get the doors closed because we're starting the inauguration. Come to the left side, right side. Some of you come this way quickly. If volunteers can just move them and get them sitting down quickly, we'll start. Right? So, can we put the schedule? Can you put the next slide? Okay. No space. I think we should stop. Volunteers, if you can close the doors soon, because I don't think we have space for more children than this. The rest can start viewing the exhibits. So we should close the doors soon. Yeah, because we need to have people sitting also. They have to have space to sit. Yes. Everyone, can you please take your seats, including the volunteers standing in the back? Can I request everyone to sit down, find some space around, and please take your seats. Yes. Okay, hello everyone. We are very, very happy to welcome you to our 4th Climate Festival. My name is Harini Nagendra, and I am speaking on behalf of a very large Coast and Oceans team. If all of you involved with the festival, can you, from the university side, can you just stand up? All our volunteers, all the people organizing the exhibits, just for a second. You can see the large team around here, and I'd like you to give them a big round of applause. I know you all don't like inaugurations. Every year you must have an annual day and you want it to be quick, so you want to see the exhibits, no? So I won't speak for very long. I just want to tell you why we are looking at coasts and oceans of life today. So we have had 4 climate festivals. We started with rivers of life. We then moved to forests of life. We had mountains of life last year, and now we have coasts and oceans of life. Have any of you seen all 4 festivals? One hand, 2 hands back in the back. Very nice. Okay. Any of you have seen 3 of the festivals? That's very nice. 2? Many more of you. Good. We will put up all our past exhibits on the website, so all of you can see them later, even if you missed this. But the reason we did this festivals of life is, you know, all of you know jatres, melas. That's how we celebrate in India, right? And we wanted to celebrate nature, celebrate the beauty of coasts and oceans and forests and mountains and rivers. If we didn't have rivers and forests, would we exist? No. Are we treating our rivers and forests and mountains and coasts as well as we should? No. We should be very thankful for everything that life gives us so that we can take care of nature and nature takes care of us. And that is the idea of the festival. So we want to give you a sense of the beauty of nature. And the beauty of nature is the beautiful biodiversity. You just spoke to Vidya. You were telling her about seahorses and sharks and dolphins and turtles. You'll see lovely photographs of all of them. You will see a group that has come from Lakshadweep, from the Nature Conservation Foundation. Can you all raise your hands wherever you are? I think the team is already probably in the welcome center. And they will show you about the beauties of Lakshadweep. There will be a group from Chennai which is talking about the fishing beaches of Chennai. There is a group from East Kolkata wetlands. Is the group here? Yeah, Novena is here, yes. And they have brought a lot of the fisher people from the East Kolkata wetlands who will talk to you about how they work. There are Kerala boatsmen who will show you how to weave their boats. There are lovely matchstick models of different fishing exhibitions. There will be music and theatre and dance and a lot of science. So we want you to enjoy the workshops. You'll watch movies, play games about nature and see all of the things around. And we hope you enjoy this. I'll now hand it over to my colleague Richa Govil, who is the Vice Chancellor, to give you a quick address, and then we will move to some theatre performances, dance for you.
Good morning, everyone. Nice to see a house full. Almost no standing space even. Very nice. So those of you who've been here before know that we are a university with a purpose. We have explicit purpose to contribute to a more just, equitable, humane, and sustainable society. And we all know that we are part of the world, the environment that we live in. And as Harini was pointing out, we often forget how important it is for our own survival. And many of you are fairly young, but you would have heard your parents, your grandparents, others in your family talk about the kinds of changes the environment around us has gone through. It could be the local water bodies, it could be the local forests or the disappearance of forests, it could be grasslands, it could be common spaces, all kinds of changes that we are making as a society to spaces around us. And of course, everybody has been complaining about the increase in temperatures in cities like Bangalore. And so this set of festivals that we have been organizing is an attempt to get us to think, take the time to reflect, and perhaps take action. And that's a lot on you as you grow up, how you want to act upon these kinds of issues. And as Harini mentioned, we have lots of different exhibits. There's a lot of work that has gone into this to collect data, information, put it together, select what should become a poster, what should become an exhibit, what should be fun, what should be science. So I hope you get a chance to walk through all of it. There is quite a lot to see and have fun doing it as well. Again, welcome to this event and have a good day.
Can I call the interns now? So I'd like to welcome Sharavari Akshay Savai. Sharavari? Yes. Please come and take a seat. Sharavari is a high schooler who is fascinated with coastal ecosystems. Before I was telling you that we have a very large team working together. Many of them are students like you, and a lot of the exhibits you will see is the great work that people like you have done for over a year to put this exhibition together with the help of my colleagues. So Sharavari's project title is The Sea Keepers. Mumbai fisher folk talk about biodiversity and intertidal biodiversity. Mumbai versus the Andamans. Do you all know about Andaman's Islands? Yeah? And then Mumbai also has biodiversity. So Sharavari is looking at the biodiversity in Mumbai's coast, Mumbai's seas and oceans. through the eyes of the original people who used to live there, the Koli fishing community, the fishermen and fisherwomen in Mumbai who were there well before all of us came with our apartments and companies and schools and colleges. There were the Koli fishermen. So the Koli fishing community is one of her exhibits. The second, she looks at the marine biodiversity in what we call the intertidal zone. So those of you who will be in coast, you'll know that the waves come onto the coast, and that is called tides. And that intertidal zone, where you are standing on the beach and you have the tides coming in, that's called the intertidal zone, and it has very, very rich biodiversity. So her work, Sharavari's work, is on that. Okay, so please welcome Sharavari. Next, we have Rishmal MS. Rishmal is many things, which includes being an artist and illustrator. Rishmal's project title is The Amphibian's Life. My father's life shared between sea and land. So Rishmal is the son of a fisherman, and he has turned his camera inwards into his own family to document the struggles and challenges of his own father's life as a fisherman whose life is split between the land and the sea. Because as many of you know, being a fisherman is not easy. You spend a lot of time on the sea. It's very beautiful, but it's also very difficult because you might have storms, you might have other kinds of challenges. And when they as a family send their parents off to the sea, you don't know often what happens to them till they return. Right? So Rishmal is also an artist and illustrator and does some excellent work with us. Please welcome Rishmal. Now I'd like to welcome Gunnam Varshita. She is an undergraduate student in social sciences, but very, very interested in nature. Right? And Gunnam's project title is Hope Island. She is looking at an island off the Andhra Pradesh coast and asking, is it an ecological shield? What is a shield? Something that you use for protection, like armor. You hold a shield. So islands are ecological shields because you have nature and it protects against flooding. Or is it a silent threat? Because this island is a marvel of nature. It has lovely biodiversity like olive ridley turtles. But at the same time, because of where it is, it's undergoing a lot of erosion, and the island itself is disappearing because of climate change. Climate change is leading to something called sea level rise. The seas are rising faster, and because of that, a lot of our islands are going in. So that is Varshita's work. And the last is Garima Jain, who is an undergraduate student in economics. Garima's project is inside the world's biggest circle. Okay, what's the world's biggest circle? The clue is in the title of our exhibition, Coasts and Oceans of Life. What's the world's biggest circle? Oceans, exactly. So she is exploring the emotions inside the world's biggest circle, the 7 emotions of fisher folk, that is the men and women who fish and provide us with fish, of resilience, awe, fear, happiness, nostalgia, pride, satisfaction. So, if you can pick up the mic, one of you. And maybe we'll start with Sharvari. Sharvari, as I told you, was talking about Mumbai and Andamans, right? So one question for you, Sharvari. You've been documenting all of this work in Mumbai and Andamans. What do you hope that people, all of these visitors will come and see your poster. All of you make sure you check out Sharvari's poster. What do you hope people feel and experience when they see and read your work? See, one thing is all of us, we see something, we learn science. But there is a feeling. Think of the parts of nature that you think, that you remember. It's what you felt. It's not what you read and studied with your mind, but what you feel with your heart. So what do you hope that people feel when they take away from your work?
Hi, yeah. So the first time that I saw an octopus, I'll never forget it. I was amazed, I was awestruck. And I think that's the feeling that I want everyone to feel when they look at not only my work, but everybody else's work and just the natural world around them. There is so much to learn, and I want people to understand that this is not some faraway, impossible concept. You can find so much beauty right at your backyard, and I think conservation always starts from where you are, where you live, the places that are the closest to you. I want people to understand the interconnectedness between humans and nature. With my work with the Koli community, I really got to see how their livelihoods completely depended on the sea and just their respect towards it. I think that's something that we can all take from. And I want people to just be curious. There's like a almost childlike sense of curiosity. Why is this happening? What is this? All of these new processes. There's so much to learn. And lastly, I want people to be hopeful about our future and change that into action. So, yeah.
Thanks. That was lovely. How many of you have really seen an octopus? I haven't in real life. You have? There was one hand who went up here. You seen an octopus? Where? At fish pond. Okay, very nice. Yeah. So have anyone else has seen an octopus? There's one hand there, Lakshmi. Oh, there's another. Where have you seen? Aquarium. Okay. So aquariums, fish ponds are lovely ways to see this kind of biodiversity like zoos, but it's even nicer to go see them in the ocean. So next time you are at the beach for a college visit or a school visit or with your family or any other way that you can go, look at what is in the biodiversity. Even if you don't see something as large as an octopus, you'll see small crabs at least. And they're very, very fun to see biodiversity in the ocean. So thank you very much, Sharvari. Rishmal did something very interesting. Rishmal, you understood your father's world always from home, but you went on a deep sea fishing boat with your father and the crew and lived there for a few days. How did it help you to see your father's world in a different way? And can you tell people a little bit about your father's life?
Yeah, sure. So when I was a child, you know that your father is a fisherman. He goes to sea in every week at least. So I thought it's like a pretty cool job. Like when I was small, none of my people I know nearby does that. So then you will know that yeah, father is going to work. He's going to ocean, and I'll just stand on the house door and just see that he's walking or going on his cycle to the harbor. So when I got older, you get to realize that why he's doing that. He have to feed the family, and this is not an easy job and all. But now I'm trying to understand how he does that and why he now is trying to get out of it, and why it is become more difficult for him to sustain his family with just doing that. So when I got into the boat, I was thinking when my father was in his beginning of his 20s, he is trying to find a job and end up in this boat as when he started his occupation. I was thinking how his first voyage to the sea would be like, because when I was the first night, I was on the boat and is going to the deep ocean. I can see the land is disappearing in my back, and there is just lights, and you can feel that uncertainty and this feeling of uncomfortability filling up your body, because you are venturing into something which is totally unknown to you. If it was my father, he would be feeling like how it would be ending up like, and he might be doing something like none in his family has done before, and it would be totally full of uncertainty for him.
Your father was with you?
No.
You went alone?
Yeah. So I went.
Does that sound scary to all of you? Sitting on a boat, going away, you don't see the land anymore, you're far in the deep ocean, your stomach feels funny. Yeah?
So he actually made sure that I went on a good weather and all. So he made sure that I won't be going at a risky time and all. So he, irrespective of that, going in it, irrespective of all the risks. So when I was talking that when the land was disappearing behind me, so all we care about and we know about is in the land. And he's letting go of all of that to take care of his family. And I felt immense like a missing feeling of land, especially more than my family. I was feeling the missing feeling to land, being at the ocean. So I can see, I can relate, I can empathize with how my father will be like living in the sea more than maybe sometimes like maybe 2 weeks in the sea and like living away from his family and home and this land and everything you care about. And that's something I can't, I think I won't be able to like fully absorb without the journey I took.
Thank you so much. I think the kinds of stories Rishmal brings back to us, it's very difficult for someone without this access to do it. And I would also like us all to clap for the many, many people like Rishmal's father and mother who are doing all this kind of very important work for us. Right? And now a question for Varshita. Varshita, why did you pick Hope Island? What drew you to this place? Was it curiosity? Was it a personal connection? Was it something scientific? It's a very interesting place to study. We have so many small islands off the coast. We know about Lakshadweep, we know about the Andamans. We don't know about all these very, very tiny islands off the coast of India.
So initially, I wanted to tell a story based on Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary in Kakinada. It's quite popular than Hope Island. But when I was researching about the island, I got to know about this island. And actually, nobody knows about it. Even people who are near to that place, they don't know what Hope Island is, what's its importance, and how tourism it can hold. It was more or less like a private island, and no one has developed anything there. And initially it was a curiosity, and when I went to field visit, there's a lot of emotional connection and hurdles I observed. You have to take a boat for at least 30 minutes to reach Hope Island, and then you have to walk in water for at least of 1 kilometer, where water comes to your belly till your belly, and you have to walk in the water. So it's kind of very difficult to reach the place itself. And then imagine a place where people are living. It's so far from the main city, and there's no electricity there. There's no clean drinking water, and you can take one trip a month to go to the mainland to bring the necessities you need. So it's kind of a difficult life we could imagine, but people there are used to live there. And to me, essentially, when I'm having all these facilities like education, school, health facilities, I felt this. I mean, I never felt the importance of having them, but seeing the place where people have no facilities, almost no education, no school, no healthcare, and no shop at least to buy your favorite snacks, it's kind of an emotional feeling for me. And so it's a mix of concern and feeling that I have to tell a story which is so different from others, and the small island which is almost having potential to be seen as a private island more than Lakshadweep, so almost like a Maldives. So yeah, it's kind of a mix of all concern, emotional connection, and curiosity.
Thank you. When you go home today, and I'm sure you'll reach your house very quickly, Bangalore traffic is bad, so it may not be that quick. But think of trying to take a boat to school that is half an hour away, walking for 1 kilometer in water that comes from your stomach onwards, and then going for this 1 month all the way into the ocean. And it's okay, all of you don't have to worry about where the baby is coming from. Someone switched on a video. We'll tell them to switch it off. Yeah, but think of it. Think of how it feels. Oh, it's a baby. Where is the baby? It's an actual baby. Okay. Sometimes we have some very young visitors. Yes, and sometimes we have some very old visitors, and it's all part of the game. But think about the kind of stories that she tells you. You'll see other stories from, for instance, the East Kolkata wetlands, and all the people that we have traveled a very far way to come here, and how challenging it is sometimes for people to live their daily lives. Where in Bangalore, our challenge is traffic. But otherwise, I don't think we think of how it is to live in different parts of India. Right? So one last question for Garima. Garima is looking at the world's biggest circle, the ocean, right? So you looked at a range of emotions inside the ocean: resilience, awe, fear, happiness, nostalgia, pride, satisfaction. What is the emotion that felt the hardest to capture for you, and why?
Right. So a little bit about my project first, so that people get the context. So my aim was to capture how the landscape, especially the ocean, shapes the emotions a human feels, and it is a very subconscious process. You really don't know that you living there really is impacting how you're actually feeling. And the motivation for my project was the fact that I have lived an urban life through and through. So it was very difficult and very interesting to see how people in the coastal communities feel the same things that I feel, like fear, happiness, resilience, etc. But they are played out in a very different way for them. So the most difficult, I wouldn't say difficult, but a very interesting thing which was tricky to capture was the emotion of fear. So I realized that fear for me as an urban dweller is something which would stem from stories of income or jobs or housing, or in Bangalore just traffic. So all of those things are very different from me. But for a fisherman out in the sea, like Rishmal said, it's all about the uncertainties of the ocean, whether the venture into the sea would actually be successful with lots of fishes, whether you'll be able to return home safe, all of those things. So, and I realized that to capture that emotion, you physically had to be present with them at that point and at that particular moment of that event. So that was very interesting for me to capture. And I also realized that fear is something that is felt very internally by the people of the coastal communities. When I was speaking to them, when I was speaking to the auntie and the uncle in that family. By the way, the protagonists of my story are from this coastal city of Udupi in Karnataka, and they're from the Mogavira fishing communities. So I kind of spoke to them and got the stories out. And I realized that they're played very differently for men and women, and the way they portrayed also is in multiple different ways. And that was interesting. And the title of my project is the perspectives from those who see the world's biggest circle, is because I realized while standing at the coast, looking at the sunset, and just trying to think about how all of these, like just trying to fathom all of the different emotions you feel, I realized that if you go into the center of the ocean, which I didn't have the opportunity to, that person standing, right, I mean, in the boat, on that boat, in the middle of the ocean, if you look around 360 degrees, you'll be able to see the world's biggest circle. It's like a proper circle which you can see when you're in the middle. So I think that was a very interesting thing, and I really like looking at the world from their perspective.
So a huge thank you to our interns. Please, they'll be with you through the day doing workshops, and I hope you get to listen to their stories and learn more from them. Thanks. Yes. And now let me tell you a little bit about the climate data dance project, and then we'll do the screening of this. So we have been thinking, like we told you, I mean, Richa was telling you about heat when she spoke to you, right? How many of you have seen heat waves as part of what you experience in Bangalore? Sometimes it gets really hot. It's very difficult to manage in the heat when you have to go to school, walk around, spend the whole day outside. And we want to show you science not just as numbers, but science as feeling. How do you feel science? So a large team put together a dance from an island called Majhuli. How many of you know about the island of Majhuli? Have you heard of it? It's a very famous island in the India side of West Bengal, close to the Bangladesh border. It is getting flooded due to climate change, and lots of parts of Majhuli, the island is becoming smaller and smaller because the sea is taking a lot of pieces at the edge. So the people are already struggling in Majhuli. But in September 2024, there was also a heat wave. And the heat wave made it very, very, you can have heat waves in summer. Everybody knows in May it's going to be very hot. And that's why very often in May you're at home, you don't even have school. We manage it so that you're all at home. But in Majhuli there was a heat wave in September. And the heat plus the humidity. All of you will know in school, again, when it's hot you sweat. Because you sweat you cool down. Yeah, you learned that in your biology classes. But if it's very humid, if there's also the atmosphere is very, very wet. And in Majhuli it's an island, it's surrounded by the sea, it's going to be very wet, the air is wet. You can't sweat because the air is already wet. There's no sweating, there is no cooling. Your sweat stays on your body, it doesn't evaporate, so you don't cool down. So heat plus humidity makes it really hot. And we have a lovely little dance that we want to show you, which shows you how it feels. We can see the numbers, you will see the numbers, but also through the dance, we hope you understand how it actually feels to live through a heat wave. We are later after this going to launch a dance invitation. So we hope some of you from your schools can come up with similar data dances. Take data from your areas, take an experience, dance, share the video on YouTube, tag us, we will set up a competition. But for the beginning, watch the first video. Some of the team is here, especially our lovely dancers. Will you stand up? There were there, here, Cheryl, yes. And we have some two at the back. And it was for us also a very, I think, intense experience producing this. How many of you would like to create such dance videos? No one? No one wants to create a video? Yes, I can see lots of hands. Excellent. Okay. So we hope to start something. There are many other ways of talking about climate change, and you'll see some of them here. Some of this is through installations. Any of you do knitting and crochet? Crochet, knitting, embroidery? No? Yes? Yes, I can see some hands. You can also start doing that with climate data to see blue days are cool days, red is hot. You can paint climate data stripes, you can do painting. There are many ways to talk about data and convert them into things that are beyond numbers. And we would like you to start playing with that. In your school, these are very good projects you can go back and take to your teachers. There are the teachers are here also, no? Can the teachers put their hands up? Yes, okay, yes, perfect. So these are nice projects. We hope you can take some of these back into classrooms. The next, can we have the agenda back? Yes. Now we will have Jhumur. What happened to the Jhumur? They're there. Okay, so we'll start now. We'll do a Jhumur folk song and folk dance from the Chota Nagpur plateau. Can we invite the artists in? And that's the last concluding piece. And then you can go off and enjoy the rest of the festivals. So while the artists are coming in, let me tell you a little bit about Jhumur. It's here on the up here, but we'll tell you a little bit more. So there is the plateau of Chota Nagpur and the tea garden regions of India, which are many parts of West Bengal. Can you all reduce your bring the conversations into class later? We're just waiting for this one performance. So the performers will talk about the Jhumur dance, which is done in the tea garden communities. All of you drink tea? Yeah? So you know about the tea garden community. So this is a traditional dance that they perform, but in addition, they also perform it in the East Kolkata wetland areas where they do the Bon Bibi dance. And in the area between Bangladesh and India. And Bon Bibi is a local deity, which is a way of worshipping the tiger, the Sundarbans tiger that lives in these wetland complexes where the Brahmaputra river meets the ocean. So with that, we will invite the dancers, and I think you'll really enjoy this dance. One thing is, after the dance, please don't leave. One of my colleagues will tell you which school, which group goes to what activity, so that you know what is to be done next, and in which side you can exit. Some of you will exit in this side, some of you will exit on this side, some in the back. So please wait for those announcements before you leave. Do you want to know this? Okay.
চেন লাগবে কি আমি দাঁড়িয়ে যাই তাহলে এগুলো আমাকে ধরিয়ে দিই, এত কিছু হাতে নেবে না। খাতা লাগবে বলে দাঁড়িয়ে খাতা দিয়ে দেখি।
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our short performance, Echoes of the Wetlands. We, Disappearing Dialogues Collective, work with the East Kolkata wetlands for a decade. It is a living landscape where the city breathes through water and where community and ecology have coexisted for generations. We as a collective try to find ways to preserve and rekindle valuable dialogues that are disappearing. I'm Elena and my team is here. And I'll be narrating the session. Our work with the youth, women, and wider community here is built on participation, learning, and shared activity. Together, we explore how people shape their surroundings and how surroundings, in turn, shape their lives. Through cultural mapping, we trace stories, songs, crafts, and rituals that connect human memory to the land and water. Each rhythm and movement you will see today is part of that living map, a reflection of how culture, identity, and environment intertwine. Let us begin the Bono Bibi Pala. Today we are delighted to welcome Kalpana Mahato on vocals and Porimal Sardar on dhol. Both are folk artists from Poilan village of the East Kolkata wetlands, carrying forward living legacies of this land. We also welcome Sujan Sardar, a young and vibrant folk dancer from the East Kolkata wetlands. Sujan greets you warmly in his own tongue. He hails from Makaltola, a village of Adivasi Vedia community. He asked everyone how they are. You understood, of course. And here with us is Nivedita Noshkar. So, Nivedita is our intern and she is also learning Jhumur and assisting Sujan today. Nivedita is from Bamunghata of East Kolkata wetlands. Both actively practices sustainability with their indigenous knowledge around ecology and are hoping to carry forward the cultural spirit of their own communities. Bono Bibi is revered as the guardian spirit of the Sundarbans, worshipped by both Hindus and Muslims as protector of all who enter the forest. The forest and river, which are the lifeline, are also sources of fear because of the crocodiles and tigers. You all, any of you saw crocodiles? Tigers? Yeah. Now, is it in a zoo or is it out in the wild? What if you see it out in the wild? Will you be scared? Yes. So, from that, Bono Bibi protects the Sundarbans, the people of the Sundarbans. The Pala is a traditional folk theatre performance that narrates her legend of courage, compassion, and harmony between communities and nature. And now we move from. Now we have the song.
Joy Johar. Mago ma Abana bibi Mago ma Abana bibi শত বাধা দূর করো কণ্ঠে মধুর দিও সুর নীড়ে শত বাধা দূর করো কণ্ঠে মধুর দিও সুর নীড়ে আজ জনসাগর লাগে ডোর জনসাগর লাগে ডোর আছে ঘিরে আজ জনসাগর লাগে ডোর জনসাগর লাগে ডোর আছে ঘিরে মাগো মা বন বিবি শত বাধা দূর করো কণ্ঠে মধুর দিও সুর নীড়ে আজ জনসাগর লাগে ডর জনসাগর লাগে ডরে আছে ঘিরে আজ জনসাগর লাগে ডর জনসাগর লাগে ডরে আছে ঘিরে মাগো মা বন বিবি শত বাধা দূর করো কণ্ঠে মধুর দিও সুর নীড়ে আজ জনসাগর লাগে ডর জনসাগর লাগে ডরে আছে ঘিরে আজ জনসাগর লাগে ডর জনসাগর লাগে ডরে আছে ঘিরে বনে বসবাস বনে বসবাস লাগল বারো মাস বনে বসবাস লাগল বারো মাস দয়া করবে মায় হানি কেরে দয়া করবে মায় হানি কেরে দোহর দিনে স্মরণ কারাতে গো তোর কিনে দয়া করবে মায় হানি কেরে দয়া করবে মায় হানি কেরে দোহর দিনে স্মরণ কারাতে গো তোর কিনে জঙ্গল কাটলে হানি বাসা বাঁধলে গুণ দেখতে রে আজ জঙ্গল কাটলে হানি বাসা বাঁধলে গুণ দেখতে রে আজ জঙ্গল কাটলে হানি বাসা বাঁধলে গুণ দেখতে রে আজ জঙ্গল কাটলে হানি বাসা বাঁধলে গুণ দেখতে রে আজ জঙ্গল কাটলে হানি বাসা বাঁধলে গুণ দেখতে রে দেখতে রে দেখতে রে দেখতে রে দেখতে রে
Lovely audience, love the energy in the audience, love the children who are clapping. Please keep clapping because up next we have Jhumur. We now move from the forest to the open fields to the rhythm of Jhumur. Jhumur is both a song and a dance, a rhythm of life itself. Traditionally performed during harvest and village celebrations, it honors the toils and joys of everyday lives. The songs speak of love, longing, nature, and companionship, carrying the lyrical pulse of the land. Performed across Jharkhand, West Bengal, Orissa, and Assam, Jhumur embodies collective heartbeat of these regions. The dance, marked by graceful movements and clasped hands and swirling formations, celebrates community and continuity. It is a living tradition where every beat of the dhol, every sway of the dancer tells a story of resilience, affection, and harmony between human life and natural world. Our Jhumur song, Ami Boner Phuler Mali.
Hame phuler bone rahi আমি ফুলের বনে রাহি রে ফুলো মালা গুয়ারে ঘেঁচাতে পেন্দাব গো ফুল মালা গুয়ারে ঘেঁচাতে পেঁদাবো গো ফুলমালা শুনো শুনো সচরি আমি ফুলের বনে রাহি আমি ফুলের বনে রাহি রে ফুলমালা গুয়ারে ঘেঁচাতে পেঁদাবো গো ফুলমালা গুয়ারে ঘেঁচাতে পেঁদাবো গো ফুলমালা শুনো শুনো সচরি আমি ফুলের বনে রাহি আমি ফুলের বনে রাহি রে ফুলমালা গুয়ার ঘেঁচাতে পেঁদাবো গো ফুলমালা গুয়ার ঘেঁচাতে পেঁদাবো গো ফুলমালা সাঁঝে ফোটে লাইটো আমি সকালে তুলিবে আমি সকালে তুলিবে রে ফুলমালা গুয়ার ঘেঁচাতে পেঁদাবো গো ফুলমালা গুয়ার ঘেঁচাতে পেঁদাবো গো ফুলমালা ভ্রমরা গুনগুনা প্রজাপতি রানা মেলা ভ্রমরা গুনগুনা প্রজাপতি দানা মেলা রে ফুলমালা গুয়ার ঘেঁচাতে পিঁধাবো গো ফুলমালা গুয়ার ঘেঁচাতে পিঁধাবো গো ফুলমালা শুনো শুনো সচরি আমি ফুলের বনে রাহি আমি ফুলের বনে রাহি রে ফুলমালা গুয়ার ঘেঁচাতে পিঁধাবো গো 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 ফুলমালা
From the Bono Babies' protection to Chumur's rhythm, they remind us that art is not just performance, it is the heartbeat of people, right? Thank you for joining us. We celebrate with you the living traditions of the East Kolkata wetlands. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. With this, Ashwati? Yes. Yeah, can you come and announce? Or Vidya? Yeah. Just all of you, please wait. One of my colleagues will announce who has to go where. Yeah, okay, yes.
So I'll read out the name of the school and the volunteer. So you all came, every school came with a volunteer. So please go only with that specific volunteer, okay? Maybe the others, while they leave, Radiant, Radiant Shema School. The volunteer is Janita. Janita, where are you? So who all came with Janita? Please follow. 56 students. There are no other numbers. The others, please remain seated. Students, that is. They know. The volunteers. No, they have decided it. Yeah, volunteers have been clear. The others, please sit down. Please sit. Are you going with them? Yeah, okay, then go with Janita. Only those matched with Janita. Janita. Only the 56 matched with Janita. Please go with her. Who came with Janita? So please identify your volunteer. She'll be standing. Vidya, I can't see. I can't see. Aradhana Vijay Kumar. Aradhana? Okay, Aradhana, 50 students to go with from Radiant, 50 students to go with Aradhana. Aradhana is wearing blue color dress. Please follow her. Those of you who came with her. Another 50 of the Radiant School kids will go with Divanshi Shrimali. Divanshi? Yeah, the pink color dress. Who came with Divanshi? 50 of you, please go with her. So this means all the Radiant School children are now divided between the 3 volunteers. Okay, please move towards the door, all of you. The group which is standing here, who is your...